welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I am so happy that you are here. Please excuse my audio. I'm in the process of getting a new microphone because my other one kind of died. So if the audio is not that good, I'm sorry about that. There's also my cat is also very happy and purring, so there is that sound as well. So apologize to that. So what is today all about? Today is all about if you will be reconciling with your person. And so this could be if you're low contact, no contact, just basically like that. And so let me show you each pile. So this is pile 1. This is going to be pile 2. This is pile 3. And this is pile 4. All the information about the oracles and tarot that I use is in the description down below. Also in the description down below, you will have, you can, if you want to book a personal reading, is all down, the information is there below. And if you want to donate to the channel, it's also down there below. Alright, so let's go ahead and kind of clear our minds by inhaling, closing our eyes. And now as we exhale and open our eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. Alright, let's do this. Hello group 1. So let's see. You chose this beautiful card as your representation. So it almost feels like, oh yeah, there's like a whole bunch of like, how do I say it? It's almost like everything kind of came undone, and although there's, like you're moving on. This is what I'm seeing, like the 8 of Cups, if you will. If you actually see. So maybe, although there's reconciliation, you're looking back, maybe just because you're curious, or you think, But mostly, I think a lot of you've kind of moved on. So will there be reconciliation? We'll see. Let's see what it is. So, but I can tell that you're very much confident. I do see a lot of pages here, and so maybe you there was a lot of written aspect to this connection, so that might be something, or like, text messaging or like emailing, that could be too. Let's trying to see if I want to start with the tarot and then work our way over with the oracle. I'm actually going to do it that way. So let's do it that tarot. I'm going to clarify these things. Okay, yeah, 2 of Cups there, 3 of Wands, and then the Hierophant. Okay, so there's definitely a big chance here of reconciliation. Just because, first of all, we have the 2 of Cups, so love was definitely there. 3 of Wands, it's sort of like planning, thinking about, so now, for some of you, I feel like the King of Wands, that's the energy of this person. So they could be married because the Hierophant is there, or they could be a teacher or something where they're like kind of almost like a leader of some kind. Also with the King of Wands, they could also be entrepreneurs, and basically a lot of passion. I can just tell there's a lot of roses here too, but I also feel like with the roses there, they're also like kind of prickly as well. In terms of like, be careful with it in terms of getting, sometimes it can be too much, too hot. But it's okay. So the love is definitely there with the 2 of Cups, and then with the 3 of Wands, it's almost like, although they're supposed to be kind of planning, that's the 3 of Wands, there's also a sense of this person just kind of waiting around a little bit. And I also feel like there's different aspects to this person as well. It's almost like they have this facade of like, very, I don't know, like status quo-y, like, like somebody who kind of follows the norm in a sense, but then they have like this kind of almost slacker kind of personality. I feel like this aspect of them, that they hide from like the rest of the world. They almost feel like they're vulnerable to you, or they were like in showing stuff. Books are an aspect, so maybe I do feel like they either know a lot or like they like to learn a lot. But like I said, it's almost like this is what it feels like. They have like these two different aspects to them, and what they show the world is not what they show you. So I feel like there is a very big chance of reconciliation here. Excuse my purring cat in the background. So sorry about that. If you're hearing a lot of that, I guess she's very happy. All right, let's see what I do wanna. I guess we'll clarify these. Yeah, we'll do clarification, but I almost feel like it's almost like a story here for me. Let's clarify this later, but I want to also just add a little bit more tarot in here. Yeah, there I do have ants, as you can see. All right, let's see. Will the collective of Group 1 and their person reconcile? Will the collective of Group 1 and their person reconcile? We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 8 of Swords, and we have the Page of Cups. One more card. Will the collective of... Okay. I always say one more and you give me 2. Okay. So at this time, it is not... Like, I actually I thought this was going to be something, but I feel like this is actually telling me the story of your relationship or your connection. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, oh, let me actually find out more, and then we'll clarify these things. But I do feel like right now is not the time when they can reconcile, but I do feel like overall energy that you will. It's just not right now, and I'll tell you why. This person, like I said, might be like in a relationship that's committed, might just be in a role that they just can't, like they have to keep up appearances. That's basically what I'm hearing a lot of, like keeping up appearances. I also feel like there's a sense of the 8 of Swords here. It's like they trap themselves. I really feel like with whatever persona that they're playing, they kind of capture themselves. They don't allow themselves, but the feelings are there. Page of Cups, there's still feelings there. They still want to express their emotions. Like I said, like this is a sense of like they feel like they have to be in control here, and there's a lot of sense of needing control, and that's the figure that they show the world. But to you, they have like this gentleness. They show the Page of Cups. They like there's also like this kid quality, like vulnerability showing and being expressed here. And the 10 of Swords, yeah, this is like, oh, when the breakup, when you're not together, they do think about you a lot. 5 of Cups, but it feels like it's almost like they want to. It's a sort of like not being with you is sort of kills them a little bit. But they, like I said, they have this sense of you have to keep up appearances. And then so this is the Hangman, and I love, like, Hangman has always been one of those cards that I actually love quite a lot, because it actually lets us see things in a different perspective. So I feel like although they cannot move, like I said, they can't reconcile right now. Do they want to? Yes, I think they do. This is like, there's something magical about this, in terms of like how they feel with you and versus how they feel, like how they like how they feel with you. Does that make sense? They like who they are when they're with you, and so the Hangman is, although they can't move right now, they are like learning a lot more. They're beginning to shift their perspective. They're beginning to see, I would say, the potential of how to make it happen. Yeah, but look at this. Actually, this is like at the bottom of the deck, the 8 of Cups, and that's your energy a lot. I feel like it's almost like you're just kind of curious about it, but a lot of part of you is like has moved on already. And so you're like, all right. But I guess what I'm showing here is this: there's a very strong confirmation that they have a lot of feelings for you, and they still do. And your connection with them was very much special, and they want to express it. Like they so want to express it. They almost feel like, oh, they want to say it so much, but like I said, like the Eight of Swords, it's just not letting it happen. There's a lot of mental, like they feel like they have to like be something. Like I said, these two things that they represent here. And so they feel like almost like trying, like any emotions or any feelings, they try to like bring it down, but I don't think they can. This Hangman and with this Five of Cups, it's almost like the Five of Cups is sort of reminding me of the Six of Cups, which is interesting. I do want to I want to get more information about this Hierophant. What is this Hierophant here? Yeah, like look at this. It's actually interesting. I don't usually do reversals, but this one came into the Ten of Cups. I feel like they are, if they are in, like I do feel like they're in some sort of committed relationship. I think that is what it's there. Six of Pentacles. I feel like they also, like, maybe they're having troubles financially as well for some of you. But overall I feel like even though this, like, this is the family, they're just not happy in it. There's like sort of like almost like a shadow aspect here. Like, yeah, we're pretending here, but it seems like pretending for maybe for kids that are there. Yeah. And although they're wanting to be giving, and I really, again, this is a highlight with kids. So I feel like they can't reconcile at this point in time. Do they want to? Yes. Will you? I think so. I do think so. I just don't think it's gonna happen and like right away, because there's still like this Page of Cups here. And it's funny because I feel like they really, like, kids are important to them, and I feel like maybe for some of them they have kids, they have a family. I don't like, but what I'm seeing is like they do love the way they feel with you. It just keeps coming up, and I actually kind of like see this person now as sort of like lonely in a sense. Yeah, even if they're with some, like, even if they're in some sort of a committed relationship, there's still this sense of loneliness there. And like I said, they're kind of thorny. The rose is there, like, yep, very much attraction, beauty, but there's also like a sense that they can hurt. And I feel like they have hurt you, but they've hurt themselves too. So whatever happens, whatever like pain they caused you, they caused it to themselves as well. That's something that I'm seeing here. But like I said, to me it seems like you are definitely kind of more on like the Eight of Cups energy. You're kind of moving on. You're just kind of curious. Let's continue on. So inner flow and cycles. So this is very much like a cyclical. So there will be, I almost feel like a sense of coming together, going apart. It might not even just be this lifetime. I don't know why, but this, like, the towers keep calling me here. It's like two towers, and sort of like the connection here. Your connection is always there. It's always on like their mind, and they feel like you're their equal. Sorry. This is the Divine Intelligence Oracle by Moon Moth Goddess. And then we have stress and negativity. Yeah, they suffer from that, but they bring that on themselves. I feel like the situation wherever they are is like very stressful, and I don't feel like this is a happy area right there, especially if they are with somebody else. That doesn't seem like they're happy there. Stress and negativity. But I feel like they're sort of like kind of attached. So for some of them, they might be in the karmic cycle. Let's see what other. Okay, this is the Jukebox of Love by V Love and Tarot, or V Love and Crystals. It must have been love, and they feel like it was love, right? It must have been love, but it's over now. Must have been good, but you lost it somehow. But I feel like, to me, it's not like you lost the love. The love is there, it just wasn't. And like, do you see how this person faces this way and you're facing that way, and you're kind of walking away? So I feel like there's a sense of like they really want to acknowledge that it was love for you. So do I think that you're gonna reconcile? Yes, because it just, the emotions are there. The problem here is the reconciliation, or at least not the problem, but what I've noticed here is that the reconciliation is really up to you. Do you want to reconcile? It's really more like they would, like they can't right now, but given the chance when they clear things up, they would. But the thing here I'm noticing is that you might just not want to. So here we have, this is my Electric Love Oracle, and so here is the 6 cycle carousel, so sung by Lifehouse. So I tried to climb your steps, I tried to chase you down, I tried to see how low I could get down to the ground, I tried to earn my way, I tried to tame this mind, you better believe it, I tried to beat this. So when will this end? It goes on and on, over and over again, keep spinning around, I know that it won't stop until I step down from this for good. So I feel like there are some, they might just be repeating karmic cycles here, because it says the inner flow and cycles. There is and cycles is a big thing here for them. They might be going through some sort of karmic cycle. I don't think it's a karmic cycle with you. I feel it's a karmic cycle almost with themselves. Whether it's like with this other person, there's a sense of needing to have this hangman energy. It needs to, it just keeps repeating because they themselves have not shifted that perspective. They haven't really accepted the lessons that they need to. So they've been kind of going through cycles over and over again. Yeah. It almost feels like, it's not a happy thing. So Virgin, stubborn, caring, brave. Here with this is almost like, and then this is actually quite nice. This is the Salem Sisters by V Love and Tarot again. And so what I'm seeing here is more like this. I'm taking it more as like I said, there's a sense of childlike quality with you, where every other aspect of themselves, they have this facade of like being expert, knowing it all, kind of like being very assured, very confident. And I'm not saying that, but with you, there's this sense of vulnerability. There's a sense of like, I still get the wonder. I'm like, and it's like, wow, it's virgin territory. It's like unknown territory for them, and they really like the way they feel like as of that. We have the Moon Angel. This is my Magical Flight Oracle, and then the in between. So what I'm seeing here is sort of like, first of all, with the Moon Angel, I feel like you connect in dreams. You can, connect in dreams, and they're still like, I feel like they're hidden so much of their emotions. Their emotions are like, I think maybe that is part of maybe their learning, maybe this hangman, is to finally like really actually acknowledge these emotions, because every other card here is not like, look at this. This is like, there's a whole bunch of like, not happy, but this emotions is where the happiness lies. This is like, look at how beautiful this card is. And so I feel like that's where they're trying to learn. There's part of their, because even like the 10 of Cups here is not really that happy. There's a lot of shadows there. And so what I'm seeing here is that maybe part of their cycle, part of their learning experience, is to acknowledge and feel their emotions and even express them. You also have the in-between, and I feel like they're always in the state of this in-between. Here you are. They're trying to fly to you, but they don't know how. Like they feel like there's this there's no concreteness here, and I can feel that's why, well, you're in the 8 of Cups, you're moving away. And they themselves don't, they're in between. They're like, they want this, they desire something, they don't know how to get about it. Because in order for them to follow through, it would require almost like a tower moment for them. They're not there yet. They're not in this tower moment. They're trying to see a different perspective. But I can see that, like, there is this goal for them. Like, reconciliation, being with you is a goal for them. And even if that's not, how do I say it? Ultimately, what they're learning is to really, like I said, express themselves. Like, be happy. Not having to have this facade of like an authority almost, but rather really being free, freeing themselves from it all, and allowing themselves to be really who they're meant to be, which is a lot happier, and having that love, that joy that comes with it. Let's see what other stuff. Yeah. Well, there, like the in between, there is a lot of unknowns. They don't know, which is something that's also new for them, because I feel like they like to take charge. They like to know everything, and in here it feels like very much a lot of energy is up in the air, and a lot of it is in their heads as well, and they're blinded. And again, it's almost like, look at this, it's almost like they're trying so hard to not notice emotions, to hide away from their emotions. They're like, nope. They rather like try to like destroy them than actually acknowledge them. And only is that when they actually acknowledge them, then they can truly be happy. So reconciliation, I went into a whole thing. I was like, what's it gonna be? I think it's there. They want it, but there's still like so much. They have to grow so much. It's not even funny. But that's okay, right? That's the whole learning process. But if we are to have the reconciliation, when would it happen? I actually want to know, when will this reconciliation happen? Yeah. Look at this. This is actually like confirming. So anything is possible. It's guaranteed that someone initiate. And so maybe saying that they will, I feel like they're going to initiate it. But when that comes through, actually, let's do, this is To the Point Oracle by Gifted Soul 77, but let's actually also like counter it with Crystal Says, and also Time Will Tell by V Love and Crystal. So let's see, when will this happen? When will this reconciliation happen? When will this reconciliation happen? Look, there's so many things that want to come out. It's sort of like saying, thinking over. I feel like when they themselves have reached this enlightened state, and then in good timing. So there's this a divine timing here aspect to it as well. I wish I was gonna say like, and it also says 4 to 5 years. So it will take time. There, because they have to get themselves out of this hangman energy. But it will be good timing. What I'm noticing for me that good timing is because I feel like you, like I said, to me, you are an 8 of Cups right now. With this energy, you're just kind of curious. But you're moving on, and there's other things coming your way. So maybe in 4 to 5 years, you might just kind of come together. And again, like I said, this is actually, you're going to determine whether the reconciliation happens. They might try to approach it, and you might, like they are going to initiate and everything, but you get to decide whether or not you want this or not, right? And I feel like if it's good timing for both of you. It would be like where you are both in a good state. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's see what advice we have. I'm going to use the Witchlings. What advice do you have for the collective of group 1? What advice, in terms of like this connection and this reconciliation, what advice do you have? What advice do you have? This connection and reconciliation. Patience. Well, yeah, that would be patience. Let's read it, and I'm gonna actually get another one as well. Sorry, and so we'll read both of them together at the same time, and that will Oh boy. Oh no, don't go there, my friend. She woke up. Oh boy, you're gonna. No, don't. Oh, why are you so silly? Oh boy. Oh, well, there you go. There she is. She was sleeping just a second ago. Okay. So these are your two. I'm so sorry. It's so unprofessional. But here we go. So here we go. This first we're going to read the patience. So nurture the seeds of patience and reap the rewards of personal achievement. And so having patience, and not just here, but with this particular situation, but also just in general, just having patience, because I almost feel like this may sound a little bit harsh, but you don't really need them in terms of like, it's more like they need you more, because you provide something for them. They're so different with you than they are with others, and so that's something. So whether you again, like, the choice here is really yours. Okay. Now let's do emotions. Okay, this is us. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So if you're holding on to any kind of resentment, it's time for you to let it go, because I really feel like there's a sense of you have a lot more, I would say, power than you actually know, maybe, or think that you do. Because this person, because it feels like this person was the one who broke it off. So this person might have broken it off, but in a sense, you kind of are free, more free than they are, because I feel like you actually feel your emotions. You actually acknowledge your emotions. This person does not. And so, although it may seem like, oh my goodness, like there's a power imbalance that they might be more like, and they feel like, oh yeah, like they didn't really care, but it's not true. They just kind of hid their emotions, and that's an important message that I'm hearing here, because I feel like you did matter, and this connection did matter. All of this mattered to this person. They might just not have shown it, right? They might just have hidden it. And that's an important aspect, that there's something that they're working on. Versus you, who are actually, I think, are more expressive, more being with your emotions. And so what I'm seeing here, and why I think that the letting go of the resentment, is because the resentment comes from, it's not fair, this person didn't feel, this person didn't doesn't understand, but I feel like they do. They're just not showing it. And so the resentment isn't there, because you actually are free. You have a lot more power than you're allowing yourself to see or are aware of, maybe. So I hope that makes sense. I do want to do like the little charm chips just to kind of confirm here. Can you tell me, like, can you show me aspects that can help group 1 confirm that this is their message? Like, can you give me something that will, yeah. So the number 8 is important, and number 8 is all about prosperity, abundance, chameleon, yeah. So I feel like this is them. They camouflage, they don't really express themselves. Definitely spying on, maybe you're spying on each other. For some of you, they might be of a Jewish descent. Others, it might just feel like maybe they're well off, like classical music, like I feel like, again, maybe well off. I don't know why it is. Horses. Now this is interesting for me, because it's sort of like, well, maybe there's a connection of horses, but for me, it's sort of, they viewed you as free. They envied your freedom, and that's something that's important here. So iron. And for me, this is also like the sense of, like, they really have, I really feel like this person, like, needed control in terms of it, and like they have to, like, keep up a facade. They have to, like, iron everything out. Their shirts have to be immaculate. There's the sense of like, or even not like immaculate, but they have to always play a role, and that's why they always envy your freedom. All right, I hope this reading helped you, and I'm sorry about my cat deciding that, hey, this was the perfect time to come and join you. But this is an interesting thing. So can you reconcile? Will you reconcile? Yes, I do think so, but they're really here, and that's the important thing. It's whether you want it or not. It's really up to you. And if you don't want it, then, you know, it's kind of like they already feel the loss of it. So, but I do like the message that it's like, it's really up to you. You have a lot more power than you think you do. And I love that. All right. So with that, I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It just helps the channel grow, and it just helps me know to make more of this content too, and that's really good. And I do apologize for the audio not being my usual, like, better quality. The microphone is kind of gone, and I truly 100% appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your time, sharing your energy, and of course sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 2. So just if you didn't hear in the intro, sorry if my audio is not awesome. My microphone broken, so I'm in the process of getting a new one. So sorry about that. Alright, so let's go see whether or not we're gonna reconcile with your person. So here it is. There's 2 of these guys, so I almost feel like the fact that no other pile in this reading actually got a second card there. These 2 came out for you. For me, it seems like, yes, there's definitely, well, first off, there's still like very much a strong connection here. Yeah, between you and this person. You do have here, it almost seems like maybe you're the one who ended it, or somehow, because this is like, I'm seeing the scythe there, and so this reminds me a lot of the death card. I do see that you have, like, I can actually see it, there's like battle scars, so battle scars of some kind. This is the energy of the other person. You're sort of like, kind of like in a sense given up here. We do have, this other person has the wolf, as well as the crow here. So, and kind of facing down. Also, the sword here is facing down as well. So that's the truth for me. Like, usually when it's facing up, I think that's the truth being said. Here, there's emotions coming, probably thoughts also not being said. This actually reminds me a lot of the Queen of Swords, actually. So very much, you might be a truth sayer. This person does not, kind of keeps it to themselves. The wolf for me also represents a tie, like you're tied together. This person, even if they're with somebody else, there's a connection that this is an unbreakable connection, if that makes sense. At least, maybe not in the 3D, but in the 5D, there's some sort of like link and connection that just kind of seems to be going on forever. With the crow or raven here, I always have trouble telling the difference. There is a sense of, yeah, meeting each other, possibly even like triggering each other's shadow sides here as well, but it's kind of meant to be that way. I also feel like you, again, very strong like 5D connection, and so this is kind of telling me a lot about this. So can you reconcile? I think there is, well, based on the fact that, like I said, I feel like there's just this link. I almost feel like there's the red string of faith, and faith coming together. Definitely here you are the power. You have the power here. So strong. There's like certain energies, and this person is like also very strong, but kind of like gave up a little bit here. The mountains are in the background. They have their own, I almost feel like this person's going through their own dark night of the soul, if you will. So yeah, very intense. So just, that's kind of telling us about your connection there. And this is going to tell us a little bit more to kind of, when I did this reading, I actually pulled these out to tell you whether it was a yes or no. And that's interesting because the first group actually was kind of told me a different story. It told me that this was going to actually tell me if this makes sense to you, if this is actually how your connection in this, then this is the pile for you. And that's what I'm going to go. So I'm actually going to pull cards later to see whether, you know, reconciliation is there. But let's find out more about this connection. And I'm actually liking this a lot. So here we have, this is their energy. Knight of Swords energy. We also have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, yep. And then the Two of Pentacles. So Ace of Wands here, if in the reconciliation, there is definitely a potential here. But like I said, I actually wanted to tell the story here of, I guess both of you like the connection itself. And this is interesting because look at this. This is usually their energy. Their energy is kind of like they act rashly, right? This is their sort of like, they're rashly acting, but based on what they view themselves, what they think of as truth. They're I almost feel like very noble in their pursuits. That like they kind of want true justice, but then they're willing to take action for it. And what I want you to see is like, this is their energy now. Their energy is very much like, again, the sword is down, and it really makes a difference. They're sort of like, for me, it is definitely going through a dark night of the soul, if you will. There's also like almost like a hermit energy of like going within, trying to figure things out. And there's also, I can see that there is also a discrepancy here between you. So, like I said, there is a sense of you are a strong person here, strong energy. The Queen of Pentacles, this is how they see you. The Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, giving. Look at this, they even see the rainbow. Hold you in very high regard, but they don't see themselves as equal. The Knight and then the Queen. Nope, not quite there yet. There is a lot of passion in this connection. There is a lot of like, felt by both people in it. And I also want to say this here. Definitely both the Queen here, but we can see here you have this like you're almost like ending things. You're the scythe, cutting away things, where versus you used to be. I'm not saying that you're not anymore, but there is like a nourishing element here, versus this is more of a Queen of Swords. This is a Queen of Pentacles. So there's might have been a shift and change in you as well. Passion, very much. Beginnings mostly feels like a lot of attraction. You might have even, and this one is for specifically for some of you, like you might have butted heads in the beginning, like almost like an argumentative, but not really real. Like you kind of had a battle of wits, if you will. It just seems like there was this chemistry. I actually see like electricity, almost like sparks, like both mentally and physically. And here is the interesting aspect here. Two of Pentacles, but for me there is this see, this is the connection, the link between you both. Almost like you are interconnected, linked, and you're trying to find balance within yourselves and within each other. I feel like, so in many ways there is a mirroring aspect here. But then overall energy here is, if you can find peace within yourself, there is a sense of peace that also is felt by the other. So you probably feel this dark night of the soul. Not that you're going through it, but you can feel it. Okay. Yeah. So that is an intense relationship. So if this doesn't make sense, or if you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, this might not be it. And I do have other readings, but who I really recommend and who I love and who inspires me, and who I love watching the reading, it's Moonmouth Goddess. Go check out her channel. And also V Love and Crystals, or V Love and Tarot. She also has really wonderful like videos about this. But Moonmouth Goddess is more like that. This is her. I would say usually, like, I love all her videos on all the types of different readings she does, but she does really good ones about relationships, especially like not in contact or minimal contact. She does amazing things. So if this doesn't make sense, go check out her channel and you will like, it's like when she reads, it's like it's a personal reading. I love her stuff so much. And the Love and Tarot has more of like a wider array of things, so check out her stuff. And then when she reads like what you need, she tells you what you need to hear in the best way possible. Alright, let's actually see whether we are going to have a reconciliation. Will the collective of group 2 and their person have a reconciliation? The Four of Pentacles wanted to come out. Let's make sure you can actually see. We'll put it over here. Well, the collective of pile 2 and their person. Yeah, it seems like there's motion forward. Have a reconciliation. Will the collective of group 2 and their person have reconciliation? Five of Swords. Okay, so we're right now. Okay. The Emperor. Alright. Oh, that's a good one. One more card, please. Will the collective of group 2 and their person have a reconciliation? Yeah, okay. So we have a lot of major arcanas. And Queen of Pentacles is the underlying connection, power there as well. So I feel like it's almost like you're going to go through your own circle where you go back to the Queen of Pentacles. So what was I going to say here? So you have two fours right here. You have Four of Swords, so that means this is kind of this energy of in particular this person, your person, is sort of like needing to kind of rest. It's not even, it's like hermit mode. It's going deep within ourselves here. So there is the separation you can actually see. But there's also something that intrigues me here, is that there's also like the Chariot, which is movement forward. And it's also what I would say yes to answer. And then we also have the Emperor here, which I feel like this is what this person is trying to become, the Emperor. The World is what intrigues me here as well. It's almost like that. And then again, there needs to be like a cycle ending here. Now the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is keeping like locking themselves out. And actually was gonna say this is actually your energy. It's interesting because I was like, no, this is your energy. You're closed off, my friend. So, and even here in the Four of Swords, I was actually noticing this as well. There's a defensive, I feel like you have your defenses up. Where this person's concern is like, even if they try to make forward, they're probably gonna meet some of your resistance here. Ooh, excuse my thing. I was just trying to move, shift. So there is a sense here. You are very much on guard. Even here with the Scythe, you are in a sense of guard. But I feel like, because this is sort of what I feel like your energy is going to go back. Oh, I love this. So I have to see. I wanted to show you that, but then this one also came out, which is this choice. You have the choices. And then again, there is this Two of Pentacles energy. And Two of Pentacle energy really for me is that connection of yours. You are connected. You really are. I mean, there's just it just seems that way. I can feel it. And I think you can too, and that's why you're sort of guarding your energy, guarding your heart. Even here, it's done, ready for the battle here. And this is more their energy where they want to come forward, they want to do stuff, but they only want to come forward when they are the emperor. They don't want to come forward as a knight, and that's an important element here, because if there's reconciliation, it won't happen now, because right now they're not even the Knight of Swords. They're sort of just like, I feel like sort of in a way defeated, and I don't feel it's defeated by you, but it's just defeated by life. If that makes sense. Now the world here is, yeah, it's a sort of like a cycle. It's like they're going, like they are right now in their own cycle of the, like the fool's journey for themselves. I do want to definitely want to clarify some stuff. Let's clarify. I want to clarify the world. Oh, excuse my cat. She woke up from her nap and she's playing. Okay, the world. So maybe for some of you, it's the walking, like moving away from times where it's like hard and rough. The Six of Swords is clarifying the world, and I really do feel that that's true, because I just see that there's like a cycle. This person right now is really like having a hard time, and I feel like they're moving forward. And here's another thing I have to say. You're sort of guiding them, whether, like it's an actual, your light is in a sense guiding them. It's like somehow the connection is helping them a lot. You're lifting them up, even though you have your guards up still. Let's see what this Four of Pentacles is doing here. What is this Four of Pentacles doing here? 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 The Hermit mode. Okay. Alright. And then maybe you are also going through this Hermit mode. I know for sure that they're going through that Hermit mode, but maybe you are as well. For some of you, I feel like this is the light. This is what I'm saying. You are the light that guides them. Very, very strong. What is this Four of Swords doing here? Okay, the King of Wands. But it was in reverse. It came out in reverse. It was actually in between, but I'm gonna... So Four of Swords, King of Wands. Again, sort of like... There's a lack of confidence. There's a lack of wanting to... It's like this person can level up. This person can be a king, but there's like... Something's blocking them from it. Like, I feel like it's their own insecurity blocking them. Because I feel like they can be the emperor. They're trying to be the emperor, but it's like they're not... Something's blocking them. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, look at this. The Knight of Swords. This is what their natural energy is. And this is like the Chariot. And they want this motion forward. There is this sense of like wanting to come in, riding the horse. Like, and here you even have the Chariot. It's like, oh my goodness. But it goes from the Knight of Swords into the Chariot, which is even like stronger. This is like a major arcana. This is minor. So it's like, this is what they want. But... blocking. Just blocking. Alright, but hold on. Let's see what this Emperor is doing here. What's this Emperor doing here? What is this Emperor doing here? What is this Emperor doing here? What is this Emperor doing here? The Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady. Two knights. Two knights here. This one is not going fast. This is going slow. I feel like, wow, so you have maybe this person has two different types of things, like wanting to go forward really fast, but knowing that they are not ready yet, and so they have to go slowly. I do want to see, what is this blocking? Like, what is blocking this person? Well, blocking the connection in general, but what's blocking this person from being the Emperor? Five of Wands, inner conflict. Okay. So they have their own, it's still here, even though there was a lot of shuffling and everything, you're still right there. The Queen of Pentacles, right there. So you probably, like, to me it seems like there's a mirroring kind of quality here. So you might be also going through your own inner conflict here, but this person is going through it a lot more. They have a lot of, they might also be facing actual adversity, like external adversity as well, possibly with like a father figure possibly, or with a boss that makes them feel like less than, or might be just something that they themselves have to work out from their past. So a lot of inner conflict, a lot of adversity coming through here. There might even be these two different coming through. So maybe for some of you, this is the different thing. I would say if you're maybe possibly, there's other people that are interested in you, and so they feel that adversity. They feel that there's this competition coming through here. For others of you, it's like this person has their own, I feel like their own inner demons, if you will, but not really. It's like their own challenging coming through. And I know this is like a long answer to a simple question of like, will you reconcile? And I do feel like they want to reconcile. This is the energy. This is the strongest energy I feel, which is the Chariot, and that's motion forward. They want to come to you. This being paired with the Knight of Swords. Also, just like I just feel like they really want to do this. And then they have this Emperor energy. They want to offer you something. They want to be something, somebody important in your life, something. But they're not ready because they're going. And basically, they do for me still the dark side, dark night of the soul, and they're trying to maneuver around it. Especially also like, but I like I said, I feel like you are mirroring each other in a way. So you are going through your own aspect because you are closed off, definitely on guard. Not only here, but I feel in general. It's like you are not in the Queen of Pentacles, but the Queen of I love you, swear. You're not in this mode right now. You're in the Queen of Swords energy. And I love that they're right there. But this is more you. This is, and that's not saying that because I love the Queen of Swords, but this is more your energy. This is a giving, loving. This is much more in defense, like saying, "Come at me," and so you are going through your own. Not saying a dark night of the soul because I don't feel that that's what you are going through, but I do think that you are going through your own thing. Reconciliation definitely possible because, like I said, to me, you are sort of like interconnected, but not right now because they're not ready, and you're not ready either, my friend. So sorry, again, I just moved this camera left and right. Okay, so raising your vibrations, we're working on that, and this is by Moonmouth Goddess. Like I said, please check out her videos and her YouTube channel. You're both, and again, look at this, like a reflection. You are such a reflection of each other. You're both needing to raise your vibration right now. This is what it is. You can't be together because you're not where you need to be. And I know because it's like, oh, you have your defenses up, and this person just feels completely weak. Like I just feel this energy of them being like not even, and it's so sad because this is usually their energy of like this Knight of Swords, and right now they don't have that. Let's see what other things are coming through. So yeah, so this is my electric love Oracle, and so this is the song that comes. I have two songs for you. So Bring Me to Life. This is Evanescence. So how can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading me down into my core where I've become so numb, without a soul, my spirit sleeping somewhere cold, until you find it there and lead it back home. Wake me up inside. I can't wake up inside. Save me, call my name and save me from the dark. Wake me up, bid my blood to run. I can't wake up before I come undone. Save me from nothing I've become. And so And this is interesting because this is like the energy I feel that they are asking. They want to wake up. they've like, they want to be saved, and it's interesting because they want to be saved by you. It's almost like I said, they're almost here. I feel like they're a bit lost in their hermit, but the light, you light them, you guide them with your light, even if you're not together. Impulsive, yeah. And this is their energy. Look at the difference. This is an impulsiveness, and that's their natural being. And I almost feel like I just feel that because there's so much, they have so much energy and so much life, but something, whatever it is, it's just like, whew, it's beating them down a lot. But they're gonna make it through, I think, because there's the light that, you know, you're the light that shines. Let's continue on. So cauldron, alchemy, heart, containment. So maybe they're feeling contained. And this is by Be Love and Crystals and Be Love and Tarot. This is the Jukebox of Love, and this is Salem Sisters by Be Love and Tarot. So alchemy. I almost feel like there is a sense of alchemy between you both. And I do feel like this person feels like they're contained. I'm imprisoned in some way. I don't know why. But the alchemy of both of you is helping them, guide them out of this. They're, like I said, they're moving forward. Their Six of Swords is guiding them out of this. Let's see what other things. Yeah, so shadow, facing the shadow. You're facing your shadow and they're facing their shadow as well. So shadow angels are coming through here. And then the door to unknown. And do you see how this like door to unknown just kind of keeps going deep within itself? And that's kind of how it is. It's just like this person feels like, oh my goodness, they open doors and there's still like so much more to go. But I feel like it's kind of actually a little bit exciting for them, whether they know it or not. It feels like it's like a never-ending cycle that they have to keep going through. But I feel like a part of them, that's part of like their impulsive nature too. It's right now, it's not guiding them, it's not leading the way, but it is there. So I feel like a part of them likes the unknown. Let's see what other stuff. So strategy. They are strategizing. Do you know how they're strategizing? They're in the Knight of Pentacles, using that strategy. Slowly but surely, they will come forward, but they need a strategy. They can't just, they realize also that they just can't be impulsively moving forward. There has to be a strategy for them. They're evolving. And here you go, discovery. And it's about self-discovery for you and them as well. Like I said, there's like a sense of coming together. So I do want to see, when will this, if it is, which I think there is this reconciliation, it's very, very much so possible here. When will this reconciliation happen? And I'm using right now oh, look at this, the winter wants to come out. And this is To the Point by Gifted Soul 777. There's 3 sevens. When will this happen? When will this happen? When will the reconciliation happen? For some of you, may not like this, but in another lifetime. But I also feel like there's a yes. So for some of you, maybe in another lifetime, and it might not be like in another lifetime, like an actual another lifetime, but I feel like when you're both, let's say when the end of the world, like the end of the cycle ends, and then you start again. So sometimes when I say like in another lifetime, I refer to it like in my previous life, which was still in this, but it was just a different version of myself. I hope that makes sense. So one more. When did this happen? Yeah, okay, so it's saying winter Capricorn season 2, so that's important. I'm also gonna confirm here with Be Love and Tarot's Crystal says, and blended with Time Will Tell. So when will this happen? When will this reconciliation happen? clear. And it's true. I just feel like there is, because they're not certain themselves. There's still like a lot of factors. Right on time, and again December though. It's like winter, in the winter months sometime. And the right on time. So I guess when it's just perfect here, but now no for now. Yeah. But look at that. Still clear. Still, this is like there needs to be work to be done. Yeah, I feel like they're building on stuff, and this is sort of like the right time is when this is all built. When they are built themselves. Let's see what guidance you have. So what guidance do you have for the collective of group 2 about this connection and about the reconciliation? What guidance do you have? Strength. You are so strength. Here we have, so inner strength is the power within that pushes action into all areas of life. And so I feel like you are gathering your strength, but they also need to gather their strength as well. Let's do one more. What guidance do you have for the collective of group 2 in terms of this connection and their reconciliation? Okay, this actually came out quite beautifully. And so when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. And so I think this is a focus on what's important. What is important for you? That's like letting you know that what is important for you. Just remembering things, and we kind of get caught up in the drama of, I like to call it the Maya of life, or the drama of life. And we forget what's really important. And so this is like, what's really important isn't the things or any of that. It's really, I always think about who you are. And I think this person's learning this. I think you kind of have it. I think there is a sense of needing to go back to the Queen of Pentacles, because although the Queen of Swords is beautiful, that isn't really your energy. Because that's more of a guards up. You're just more open and loving and nurturing. Not to say that the Queen of Swords is in that. Let's actually see. I wanted to see any like chips that can confirm this for the collective group 2. Kind of chips that can help confirm this for. Okay, yeah. So we do have this. So this is sort of like the chaos of things. This is also like the winds of change. Winds of change are coming. The pencil for me is all about learning. And, you know, when we make mistakes, we can erase, we can learn from them. I feel like this is the energy of this person. They want to do more. They want to, like, this is like the Emperor energy. They want to do it. I think they are not aware of the fact that the Emperor energy has nothing to do with, like, the status or the money or the things. The Emperor energy is really from within, the confidence, the knowing yourself. I think they're in the process of learning that there is a sense of, there could be toxic energy that needs to be cleared. And like to me, definitely the spider web here is, again, I feel like being caught up in the drama. I feel like they're sort of like, because overall this connection for me is quite it's quite beautiful. It's definitely two equals. Just they're not aware of it. This person definitely is not aware of it. And it's also like it's teaching you both a lot. So this is like a unique kind of connection, right? There's so much to be, and it's such a beautiful, strong connection. But sometimes we get caught up in the drama, and so we don't see it clearly. And I feel like both of you are a little bit lost. But I think Spirit is gathering you. Spirit is teaching you. Spirit is changing the winds. And it's letting you break free of this drama. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did like this reading, please do consider liking it and subscribing it. It just helps me know that this is the content you want, and I will create it more for you. I feel completely honored that I was able to do this reading for you. This beautiful, like, there's so much energy here, so much potential. So thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your time. Thank you for sharing your energy, and of course sharing your journey with me. I'm sending you so much love and so much light until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, group 3. Oh, I'm so happy that you are here. So if you missed the little intro, I am sorry if the audio is not awesome. My microphone died and I'm in the process of getting a new one, so please bear with me. Thank you for your patience. And so let's start. And also we're gonna actually, like, so when I did this and came up with it, I actually pulled these cards that I thought were gonna answer that question of whether or not there's reconciliation. But of course, Spirit had a different plan. So this is actually going to be the confirmation of whether this is actually your pile. This is like kind of like showing us what your connection is like for you and this other person. So without further ado, let's kind of get into it. So I feel like oh, there's a strong energy here, and this is kind of like, I feel like this is you. I feel like there is, so battle worn here in a sense, but you're so determined. Almost feel like there's a strong sense of determination here. There's also like a little bit of a skull here. It's also, and I don't mean this in any bad way, there's determination, and it feels like there's a little bit of kind of, I won't say vengeance, but sort of like someone owes you something. And yet there's this light as feathers here, which there is a light, which creates a lightness to your being here. So let's find out more. This is a very strong energy here. So it's like, let's continue here. I'm just gonna leave. Let's go what I see here. Okay. Of course, you can't actually see. Let me shift over. Here we go. Sorry, just that energy here. So definitely the Lovers here. So for some of you, could be the twin flames energy here. And then the Tower. So that's definitely an ending. This is the Two of Wands energy. Choices needed to be made. And then we have the Page of Cups, needing for expression of love and emotions. Okay, so here we go. So this is how, this is, again, this is to confirm this is sort of your connection here. So this is the energy I have for you here. This Page of Cups. This could have been like, for me, it was kind of almost like innocence in terms of like, well, this, and I'm not gonna say love at first sight, but it was just like something that you were so excited about. This love, this, oh my goodness, this is like, oof. And almost like you couldn't contain your emotions. You couldn't contain this like feeling. So it's like, wow, super exciting. And even here with this connection, look at the Lovers here. This is your energy. All about, I feel like, creation here. You have apples being created here, and then this person was all fire. the chemistry was strong, but even there, it's like this person was kind of like almost I don't want to say that they were a bit of a player. They were, here you feel more like a little dubious, but I also feel like a bit inexperienced, and this person had more experience. This person had, yeah, It does. It feels like a little of a player energy, and like I don't want to say it, but it just feels like there. Versus where this person might have just been like, hey, this is a like a fling, very strong chemistry. For you, it meant more. And again, there's the sense of like, oh, beginning, love, very much. The tower moment happened. Yeah, because I also feel like there's two different, I guess, coming at this connection differently. Sort of like you had two different views on the relationship. This person did not, I feel like, didn't take it as seriously as you did. There was such a, you looked at it with such beauty, and such, I don't know how to, like, enthusiasm, like this joy, like, oh my goodness, and it's just the containment of excitement, and it almost like, sort of like a little naive in it, and not in a bad way, very beautiful energy, and this person was more of, yeah, they didn't take it like that, and I was like, this Two of Wands is what I'm like, what's this? This person wasn't really gonna stick around is what I'm seeing here. It's just like, it's just not really in their nature. They were gonna I feel like they were going off. They might have been, for some of you, like they were already kind of committed to something else, and this just sort of kind of took them by surprise. It took both of you by surprise, but I could see now why you are a bit, I would say, pissed. But you still have feelings and emotions, because this is a stronger thing. Like I said, if this was going to be, it would be sort of like twin flame kind of energy. Do I want to clarify these things? First we're going to see whether or not there's reconciliation here, and then I might clarify that a little bit more. But I do want to see, will there be reconciliation? Oh, I don't know. It just feels like, So I do want to say that still. I'm sorry that I'm like talking so much, but it didn't matter. It wasn't something, because the Lover's card doesn't show up just willy-nilly. In the Tower moment, I feel like you probably changed this person's perception in life. Yeah, they might have this might have actually been like they had a predetermined course and you kind of shifted it around. But to me, it's still like, even if that is the case, you still broke up. It just, the Tower happened. Abrupt changing, randomly, kind of. Will there be reconciliation for the collective of group 3 and their person? Will there be reconciliation? The High Priestess, yeah, look at you. Will there be reconciliation for the collective of group 3, the Empress? Wow, look at that. Will there be reconciliation? Justice, wow, look at that. Will there be reconciliation for the collective of group? Page of Wands, and one more. Will there be reconciliation for the collective of 3? Sort of like, do I want to do this? I'm not sure if I want to do that reversal. And the 8 of Wands. Okay. I'm going to possibly do this in reversals, and I think that might be something there. Okay. So what I want to say here is, actually, like, look at these very strong women. The Empress, the High Priestess, and the Justice. All of them are kind of, and I feel like the Justice here, again, I feel like reconciliation is almost like a sort of like they owe you something. And what I want to say here is that, again, kind of you are the one who's in charge of this, because the Page of Wands is actually, I feel like, their energy. This person's energy. It's like they're not quite mature, even though they played mature. Yeah, I feel like, why are they like kind of like not matured, but you have matured a lot. Matured a lot. You went from a Page to an Empress, and I feel like that's I want you to recognize that you went from a Page of Cups to an Empress, and the High Priestess discovering your power. The Justice, I feel like you're trying to find, like, maybe even balance. Like, I really do feel like this person owes you something, because they hurt you, and I feel the hurt. I feel like there is major hurt here, and so I feel like that's what I'm really feeling here. The Eight of Wands is, there's a blocking. There's a, like, so Eight of Wands can be, what I like to look at it is reversals, is the card wants to come out, but there's something blocking it. The card wants to be there, but it's not in the right, like in the upright. So there is potential motion here, but I feel like I'm gonna say that you're the one who's blocking it, because and they're blocking it in a sense too, but I feel like you're blocking this because this energy is very much, there's still a lot of charge there for you. And then there's Four of Cups, and this is also, I'm gonna say this is actually your energy. And so of Four of Cups upright, there is like you're kind of blocked off, and there's an offer here that you're just kind of missing, right? And I feel like that might have been their energy too. They missed out on something quite special and they didn't recognize it, right? But for me, in reversal, it's almost like, and again, this is a message, because I feel this is a message for you, and that Spirit really wants you to hear. And it's very specific. So if it doesn't make sense, then it feels like, I feel like you are being offered other types of love. You're being offered, possibly like other people are there offering you love, and you're not even, you're aware of the fact that you're like ignoring it because you don't want to. So what I'm seeing here is that this connection really hurt you. This is the connection that, and you're still holding on here to this death. You're holding on to it, and it's, but you're not acknowledging the growth that you had because of it. So I'm not saying that whether or not, I feel like they hurt you a lot. I'm not taking away the hurt. I'm not saying, oh, just forget about it. What I'm saying is that you became a lot stronger because of it. You developed to the Empress to even grow even more. You have the High Priestess connecting to your intuition, your power. I always like to think of them as kind of connected here. It's almost like, to me, a little bit of shadow self and then the light self here. So your feminine aspect is very strong. What I do see here is that you still want this, and then the Justice just keeps calling me out. You just want, the reason why you want this reconciliation is because you want to make it right. And it's sort of like, even if you were to make it right, it wouldn't be, because this person's not ready. They're a Page of Wands. They're kind of out there having fun. They're out there they're not at your level. And that's an important aspect that I want to say to you. With this reconciliation, you can have this reconciliation at any point in time, but do you really want it is really what it is. And with this person, right now I would say, there is love that's being offered. There is some sort of connection that is being offered that is actually more substantial. And that's what Spirit's saying to you. Focus on that and not so much on fear. Let go of that. I want to say this. Hurt. Allow it. See that you have grown from it. I do want to clarify these things. I want to clarify this Four of Cups in reverse. What is this Four of Cups in reverse doing here? What is this Four of Cups in reverse doing here? Look at that. And it came back, and the Lovers again, but this time it came in reverse. I really feel like this is a very strong connection. And here you are. It's like you really want this. but the more you try to get it, the more you try to like sort of like try to force this into it, the more it slips away from you. And it's also here with this, it's almost like it's divine. I do feel like it's a strong connection. I'm not gonna say that it's not. What is this Justice card doing here? What is this Justice card doing here? What is this Justice card doing here? Page of Swords. So a truth and emotions, and we have the Queen of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is it's sort of that you want this. So what maybe I'm wrong here. You want them to say sorry. You want them to express, like, to be aware of the fact that they hurt you. You want them to, like, you know, like, hey, you hurt me deeply, and you want some sort of recognition of the fact of that, and also the recognition of the fact that, hey, there was love, there was emotions here, and that you don't want it to just, you're sort of like, kind of like, it wasn't all in your head, and it wasn't all in your head. This was a big thing. They just weren't ready for it, and so there's a sense of like coming to sense with your own emotions, being emotionally mature, and you've matured a lot. Again, you went from the Page of Cups, you went to the Queen of Cups, but you even surpassed it. You're the Empress, the High Priestess, and even like a sense of justice that's coming through here as well. So I feel like Spirit is saying like, yes, but that's not the point here. Reconciliation isn't the point. There's a bigger point here for you. I feel like that's what I'm seeing here. Oh. And as I'm saying this, it just started to rain, and I feel like that's something that you need to kind of, I feel like you're holding on to these emotions. You're holding on to this, I feel like, baggage here about this connection, and it feels like Spirit is like, no, there's so much more for you that they want, and yet you're not accepting it. What is this Page of Wands doing here? What is this Page of Wands doing here? What is this Page of Wands doing here? Five of Pentacles. What is this Page of Wands doing here? What is this Page of Wands doing here? What is this Page of Wands doing here? Okay. And then again, the Tower. So I feel like, for me, it's that's their energy here as well. So, or maybe it's like, so for me, okay, for those of you, this is the energy of the, so I had to take a little bit of a break. So I actually wanted to say this. So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Tower there, and I actually wanted to say this because this is the energy that I have for that other person, right? Sort of like carefree. And what I wanted to say was that this is their energy. Like, even though they portray themselves as this carefree person, there's the Tower and the Five of Pentacles. So there's a sense of scarcity coming through, or abandonment to themselves, feeling abandoned. The Tower, so some sort of event happened that where they lost something, right? And so what I'm wanting to say here, and I was actually even thinking as I waited for my camera to cool down. So what I'm seeing here is that Spirit wants a message very clearly for you. And this is a very particular message for those who are like, hey, it just wasn't fair. Like, there's a sense of wanting a justice, like karma, to come back. And so often we sometimes can't focus on that, right? So somebody hurt us in some way, and we want them to feel that pain. But in that, it kind of changes us, that desire. Because I used to be sort of like that energy. And so what I've noticed now that I kind of tend to do is, like, I don't worry about others. In terms of, like, you know, there's people who can still hurt you. There's people who can, you know, do stuff. I say, like, that's their karma. Like, that's them on them. It's like, it's not my responsibility or even my duty or anything to try to, like, bring that into balance. It's not. It's like, I let the universe, Spirit, take care of that. It's not on me. And that frees up a lot of my energy, and it frees up a lot of like thoughts that I basically consider it, I don't want to be part of that drama. And so that's what I want to say here for you. I feel like Spirit is telling you that specific message. It's like, this person hurt you, and that's what I'm seeing here. A Page of Cups, such enthusiasm, such love, and then we have this more kind of like, I have to say, cold energy here. Whatever it is. So and I feel like I understand, if somebody hurts you, you just want some sort of like a recognition. You want a recognition from this person, and I do feel like eventually you will get that. Whether it's an actual physical confirmation or it's through your dreams kind of thing. But what I'm saying is that this person, don't focus on that justice so much, but focus more on the happiness of yourself. And I feel like I really do feel like there's offers of love coming your way. There's like different, not maybe from this person, but even more so from others. There's connections that are really strong and they're there, but you're not paying attention to them because you're focused on this. So I'm just saying that. I do want to see why this Eight of Wands is reversed. Why is this Five of Cups? Yeah, you're still like, and that's okay. Thank you, Spirit. You know, Spirit is like, knows how to guide me, and so I try to pull the words out, and sometimes you're like, what is she saying? And I apologize for that, but you are not moving forward because you are so stuck on this Five of Cups energy, because you want this justice, and it's not in it, and it's like, and even if you were to get this person back, right, even if you were to have the reconciliation, you wouldn't be happy, because it's not like, it really is about just like letting karma be, you know, it's not your karma, it's not you don't have to balance those scales, right? You don't have to do that. Somebody hurt you, karma, but there was a lot of growth that you grew through it, like recognizing the growth that came from this tower moment, from this, with this person, right? There was growth. And I'm not, and that's another thing. It's like, this was an actual connection. I feel like you need that to hear that. It was a valuable connection. It was something that was real. This person felt it. They just weren't ready for it. They're still kind of not ready for it. Maybe they will be later on. But that's not the focus here. And this is like the message that I'm hearing here. Is like, Spirit wants you to see that you're being offered other things. Not even this, about this connection. There's love being offered. There's opportunities being offered, but you're not noticing it. You're not seeing it. And that's why this is important. You gotta move on from this Five of Cups energy, because you're not that anymore. You're the Empress. You're the High Priestess. I mean, like, that is pretty top notch. So let's go ahead. So we can see, is your conciliation possible? Yes. Would you want it? I don't know. That's up to you. This person needs a lot of growth, and you need to also, there's growth for you as well. As you I feel like, as you thrive, as you're happy, as you put yourself and your happiness first, as you forgive, I think that's another thing. Forgive yourself and forgive this person. There will be like, there's just so much beautiful things out there. I'm just like, wow. So we have deep perspective, and we have alignment. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, and this is by Moon Moth Goddess. Also, if you like want awesome readings, Moon Moth Goddess gives them. I'm a big fan of hers. Her readings always feel like a personal reading for me. And I think, and for a lot of other people, so definitely check her out, especially if this is like, she's done lots of readings about this. She's always doing good readings, especially if no contact and love in terms. So deep perspective, I think it's interesting, because this actually looks to me like a spider. And I think you're getting caught up in the web of the drama. I really do. I feel like you have a lot of beautiful things happening in your life, and you might not be noticing them because you're so caught up in this, whatever this is, this connection, this drama that is there. I think there's an alignment, there's a misalignment, right, between you and this person. And even between you and yourself, there's a misalignment as well. There needs to be alignment. What is your priority? And this is what I want you to see. Is your priority being right, or is your priority being happy? And I want you to see that the universe and spirit want you to be happy. So that's an important aspect. Let's see, what other stuff? This is my electric love or music oracle. And so let's see what it says. Here we go. Hello there, the angel from my nightmare, the shadow in the background of the morgue, the unexpected victim of darkness in the valley. We can live like Jack and Sally if we want, where you can always find me, and we'll have Halloween and Christmas, and in the night we'll wish this never ends. We'll wish it never ends. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. So this is a song by Blink 182. And so the thing is, I think they do miss you. But I also feel like, reading this, it's like they promised you so much, and they just couldn't fulfill it. I, on behalf of them, I want to say sorry. I really do. They were just, and they're not ready yet, and they weren't ready there, but they do miss you, and that's something I want you to hear. But the promises that they made, oh, they couldn't live up to. I'm like, oh, I wish that was, I wish it was, that they could give you those promises. And I feel like that was just something, that was just their nature. Poison, so this might be the, this is kind of funny. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's, because if you actually know the lyrics, this is, The Jukebox of Love by Be Love and Tarot, or Be Love and Crystal. This is all about how a person can't forget you. Like, it's like there's like poison. Like, this person is just like amazing, and it's sort of like a conversation song where there's like, oh, like, but this person's amazing, and their friends are saying, no, this person's poison. So this person could have been poison, but what I'm seeing here is like, you kind of, I almost feel like this person, you know, whoever hurt you, it's just kind of still stuck. They're still like, you're still there. They still have feelings for you. They're still like, hey, I feel like I can't get this over. And so I feel like there's almost like, kind of like a revenge there, a little karma, if you will. All right, so we also have the dancing spell, and this is the Salem's Sisters by Be Love and Tarot. Dancing spell, adult party, never ending. Now you're mine. And so I feel like this is the energy that they have. They're just a party. They don't want to settle down. They're just not ready for that. And they just want a good time. And so, yeah, that's just their energy. Here we have the Edge. So yeah, this is also like the Tower moment. And then I have a portal. So yeah, and this is my magical site oracle. So what I'm seeing here is that I feel like this connection really changed you. And I feel like even though this person hasn't been changed as strongly, this person is changing. It has changed them. I feel like it made you so much stronger. It gave you a sense. There's a sense of portal coming through. This portal just, it feels like to me, like it opened new doors. And I feel like this connection opened new doors for both of you. Whether this person wants to admit it or not. I do want to clarify this portal thing, because sometimes I just feel like we need to clarify things, so that's Eight of Swords, yeah. Sorry about that. That is definitely a lightning. So thunderstorm. The lightning changing. Yeah. you I feel like, okay, so here it is. I feel like this connection has altered both of you. It is a portal of changing. It is changing both because you also have the Hangman here. It is almost like both of you have, this person has also been caught in this. It's like something you both can't seem to move on. Even though this person portrays that they have. There is like, they're stuck there. There's a shifting of perspective that needs to happen for both of you. In order for this happiness to happen. But I feel like you're both kind of stuck there. You're both stuck in this situation. You have to break each other free. Oh, look at that. Admirers. And then we have declaration of love. And that's the messages. Again, this is what I'm seeing here. I feel like you have a lot of admirers. You have a lot of potential for love. You're just not really noticing it. There is the declaration of love. I feel this person can also, like this person also has a lot of admirers because they're kind of like, that's their fun. They're a fun spirit. But I think they want to actually, they do eventually will declare their love. It might just kind of get lost in the mail though, because you have a lot of other admirers. So reconciliation, is it possible? Yes, there is a strong connection here. It's like it almost feels like there's so much lessons to be learned from this particular connection. So there's that, but then there's also a sense of whether you want it or not. I don't know. But the focus isn't so much on the connection. It's not on reconciliation, but it's on allowing yourself to, I feel like the healing needed to come through. I hope this makes sense. And if it doesn't, I apologize. Let's see what advice you have. What advice is there for you? What advice is there? Yeah, look at that. So it's advice for this connection. When beauty is felt from within, your gorgeousness will glow. And I feel like that's also something you need to see. Like if the love, how do I say it? Other people can't really, they can love us, but if we don't love ourselves, there's no point. They can, like other people can say like, oh my goodness, you're the best, but if you don't actually believe it, it's hollowed ground and hollowed, it goes hollow into your ears. You don't really hear it. So you have to, I know it's like everybody's like, oh, you have to love yourself first, but you do. You have to make yourself happy. And other people cannot make you happy. It is a falsehood that other people can make us happy. Unfortunately. Unfortunately at the same time, because you know how you would have to depend on others to actually, depend on happiness. You can be happy by yourself. So this is a message that wants to go. Only time will tell. And that's okay. But look at this. But there's also this one, soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So I do, like I said, there is a sense of like soulmate connection potential here. There's also a soulmate that might be not this person, because I do feel like the lovers are there for cups. So I feel like there's definitely admirers coming through. So I do want to say something. I would like to say, what if this reconciliation is to happen, which there is a very strong potential there, if you wanted. When would this happen? Okay. When would this happen? There's an initiate. Maybe if you initiate it, whether you want to or not, it's up to you. When would this happen? In another lifetime. That's kind of wants to come out. And so it might be when this person grows up, when this person is a little bit more grown up, or when you shift and change and you actually start loving yourself. But there are delays in the horizon, but it is trying to say try again. So it's not like that it's over. It's like it's up to you whether you want to try it again. And so this was To the Point, the oracles To the Point by Gifted Soul 777. And now we're gonna go into Beloved and Tarots. It's not too late. So it's not too late for it. Oh, look at this. Look at this, all these beautiful things. So is this reconciliation possible? Maybe in 5 to 6 months, it says. It's not too late for it. There could be change. There's soon enough. The sun will come out again on a special occasion. So maybe some sort of special occasion you might meet each other again. And then you have the green light. Or maybe when you give the green light. So I know this is like, you're like, oh, that doesn't really, well, this one gives you a little bit of time. But the choice is really up to you. I feel this person can feel the connection. They're going through their own thing. And I really do feel if you want karma for them hurting you, they are going through that already. But instead of focusing that, I really want you to focus on your own happiness and really enjoying yourself, if possible. Let's see, what can we give confirmation for the collective of group 3? What confirmation can we give to the collective of group 3? So number 1, yeah, one and only. Coffee, so maybe you both enjoy coffee. There's some sort of bell, so it's like something's gonna need your attention. I do feel like this for me is actually like normally maybe you share coffee or something, or you might have chats over coffee, but what I'm seeing here is this Ace of Cups. There's an Ace of Cups being offered, and then maybe something to do with friends or dogs coming through. But I do feel like for some of you, maybe there is a friend who wants to be more than that, who wants to offer you that cup. And that might be something worth getting attention. And the one is really, I want to say focus on yourself. Number 1 here, right? Okay, I hope you like this reading. I hope it makes sense. Again, if you didn't like this one, go check out Moonmouth Goddess. She has awesome readings. And if you did like this, please do consider liking and subscribing. It just helps the channel grow and helps me know to create more content like this, and you know, it keeps me motivated. Thank you so much for being here. I feel honored that I was able to read your cards. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. I appreciate that you're here sharing your energy, sharing your light, and sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my group 4. Oh my goodness, so excited to be doing this reading for you. So first, if you didn't get to hear that intro, I'm sorry if my audio kind of sucks. My microphone kind of died, and so we're waiting for the replacement. So sorry about that audio quality. Also, when I actually pulled the cards, this was going to be the actual answer, but I've noticed that it's actually more of letting us know if confirmation, if this is how the connection is, and if this is the right path for you. So just a little heads up. All right, let's continue here. So this is you. I kind of feel like, I don't know if there's the angel, what is it, the romance angels card, and there's this card that says calling in your soulmate. This kind of gives me that feel. It's sort of to me sort of like a little bit of a judgment card coming through here. There's a sense of longing here for this connection, and almost looking at the sky and trying to understand, seeing what happens here. Almost like you're praying or asking for, wishing for this connection, a reconciliation, if you will. But with the judgment card there, it's kind of letting me feel, because this is representing the judgment card for me, that there is a chance, because the judgment is things from the past that come forward again to see if you're, ready to go on to the next level, or if you're going to back into the old ways. And so I feel like that's something that I'm seeing here. I feel like you're ready for this judgment card. We have the 9 of Cups, which I would say, definitely a confirmation of reconciliation. Yeah, look at that. So here we have, wow, this is very beautiful energy. The 9 of Cups is like some sort of like a wish fulfillment. So this connection fulfilled some sort of wish. There is a lot of love with the Knight of Cups there, wanting to be expressed. The Queen of Wands was also there. That's your energy, Queen of Wands. So very attractive, sexually appealing. But their energy is this, which is the Page of Wands. So they also they felt like they weren't up to your level. That's actually something that's important coming through. Because there is a lot of passion, and you can actually see, because it's the Wands energy, there's a lot of passion, chemistry, lots of emotions as well. But with this, I almost feel like with this wish fulfillment, it's almost like this person maybe didn't really have to work for it. It feels like it just kind of aligned somehow. Yeah, let's actually, I'm gonna see whether, actually I wanna kind of clarify a little bit, and then we'll go into the other stuff as well, into whether a reconciliation is possible. But I do feel like you are trying to call them into your life. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you're calling them back into your life. So what is this Nine of Cups doing here? What is this Nine of Cups doing here? What is this Nine of Cups doing here? Six of Pentacles. What is this Nine of Cups doing here? What is this Nine of Cups doing here? What is this Nine of Cups doing here? Seven of Wands. Okay. What is this Page of Wands doing here? Ace of Cups. Yeah, look at that. Lovely. What is this Knight of Cups doing here? What is this Knight of Cups doing here? Four of Swords. Knight of Cups doing here. Four of Cups. Wow, interesting. And then we also have the Queen of Wands. What is this Queen of Wands doing here? That represents you, but I want to see what they temperance, balance, trying to. Okay. All right. So what I'm seeing here, and we'll go further into it. So I feel like there was like some sort of wish fulfillment with this, but there was a struggle here. The walls were up. There was a defense up here. Almost feels like this person was not used to the give and take of a relationship, is what I'm seeing here. They were like I feel like you were the one who was giving, and they were receiving, because they weren't used to this of giving and receiving. That's what it grows. That's what a relationship is. And the Seven of Wands, yeah, they also were hurt in the past. So even like it almost feels like, yeah, it was a wish fulfillment, but they didn't want to put any effort into it, because they were something in the past made it so that they were like, oh no, they didn't really trust it, is what I'm seeing. They don't trust in love, is what I'm kind of hearing. They don't trust in something. They just sort of are. So that kind of also kind of makes it here as well with this Knight of Cups, because this is like their emotions. They, like there's a love. They want to express the love, but they're also almost pretending like they don't feel it. Like with this Four of Cups, they're like, nope, I'm not noticing that there's fulfillment. I'm not noticing this cup over here, because they were kind of, I feel like, kind of stuck in something in the past where they were hurt. They were Four of Swords again. It's sort of like they weren't wanting to take action here. They were hurt. I almost feel like they cut it off. Like this connection, they were cut up their feelings. They were like, nope, we're not listening to these feelings, because something in the past hurt us. They're not going to put any effort into this. They weren't. It was not something. You, on the other hand, it's beautiful. Patience. You had a lot of patience with them, and you still feel like there's a sense of patience for them, for you there as well. You had a lot of patience for them. You really wanted this connection, but it's almost like it fell on deaf ears, And it wasn't so, because they did feel it, they did want it. This is like a wish come true for them, but they weren't willing to put in the effort for it. And I feel like they almost wanna, like they felt bad about it, but and again, like Page of Wands here, there was passion, there was something like they wanted. They didn't feel like they were your equal. They did feel that Ace of Cups though. Look, the Ace of Cups, they felt it. They wanted this, like it was something that fulfilled them, but they weren't willing to take it to the next level. For reasons, for whatever in the past had hurt them. They had the rolls up, and so even though you weren't there, that was something that was big and strong there. Let's see what other stuff comes through. So, will the collective of good for and their person reconcile? With the Hermit. The full energy, we have the Page of Swords. Oh, karma. Yeah, look at that Judgment card came out again. One more card. Knight of Wands. And then, of course, the ending is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is, again, it is almost like you are really calling this connection forward. This person is, they're with this, they're still like in a place where they're trying to overcome some sort of tough situation. I feel like they're still like, there's a lot of issues they have in terms of love. You feel like but I always think with the Hermit that they're always like being guided by love though. Three of Wands, they have the sense of wanting to plan. They have like, they long for you. They long for this. They're planning, they're waiting, but again, they're not really, they're sort of starting to take action, but not so much so. The Fool energy is letting me know that there is a sense of like, they want to start a new beginning, something new. Almost like, I feel like they daydream about this, the connection. They are like, oh, they daydream about like we can reconcile. Like, how amazing is that? They're going to express their emotions. They're going to tell their truth, and it's going to be awesome. They're going to be writing in like the Knight of Wands with lots of passion and offering you this like amazing things. But for some reason, it still just feels distant. It feels like a daydream for me. They're still in this Hermit, maybe longing for it, but they're not. So this is all in their head. Basically, is what I'm seeing here. This is all in their head. They're not really taking action, is what I'm seeing here. Reconciliation, they think about it. They daydream about it. Are they taking action for it? No. I feel like if it does happen, which it feels like it will just be more of the karma. It's more like, for me, like a divine timing, divine kind of happening, and a lot of also calling forth from you actually calling forth this connection. You're calling them out. They are being, like I said, to me, you're the light, but this is all in their head. Actually, let's, you know what, we can do it. Like, I clarified a whole lot for the other groups. Let's clarify a little bit more. Where to put this? Okay, and of course, slow and steady, my friends. Patience is a big thing here. I do want to clarify. What do I want to clarify? Let's clarify this karma. Like, what is this karma doing here? What is this Judgment card 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 doing here? Okay, so the Devil card, we have the shadow side. So facing their shadow side, and I like that they actually called it the shadow side. So they're facing their own inner selves. I feel like they're facing their own fears. But they do want this Four of Wands. They want the stability, the joy, the happiness. But they're going through that. They have to. So for some of them, they're actually maybe in their own karmic relationships. They're basically facing their karma to be able to come together. What is this Fool energy doing here? What is this Fool energy doing here? Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands, again, Eight of Wands in reverse. It's like that one has been coming in reverse for some reason. So no motion forward. I really do feel like this is a lot in their heads. And so there's like, even though there's like a new beginning, they're not really gonna take it. It's not leading to anything really. Because like I said, it feels like it's in their heads mostly. What is this Hermit card doing here? Hermit card. Okay. So, a Hermit card might be dealing with like Three of Cups. So, reconciliation. Again, it's sort of like in their thoughts. They're kind of reconciliation. They want the reconciliation, but it's in their thoughts. They're not there yet, my friends. But it is something that guides them. I do feel like that. They might also be talking to their friends about it, like, hey, getting some sort of advice. I do want to see what is this Three of Wands doing here. What is this Three of Wands doing here? Three of Swords, yeah. Three of Wands and Three of Swords, yeah. So they are missing you. There's longing. There's pain in the heart, but there's that is that sense of longing. Like, oh, there's pain in the heart. There's like, I want this, but whatever is, like, they're not there yet. They're not ready for it. They're not ready to take action. They have to overcome their own like inner struggle, their own karma is what I'm seeing here. So what is this Page of Swords doing here? What is this Page of Swords doing here? What is this Page of Swords doing here? Page of Swords doing here. The High Priestess, a truth. Intuitively. So maybe they might be expressing themselves to you psychically. They might even have conversations with you psychically. What is this Page of Swords doing here? What is this Page of Swords doing here? And then the Seven of Swords hidden. So yeah, it's like, again, it's sort of like masking. And like even though they may mask feelings, they may mask emotions, you can tell, you can see the truth, and they know this as well. They want to say the truth, but some aspect of themselves cuts it down and says no. What is this Knight of Wands doing here? King of Cups, expressing emotions, yes. Coming in, not just with passion, but with something substantial of emotions. What is this Knight of Wands doing here? What is this Knight of Wands doing here? Page of Cups, again, expressing emotions, yeah. They want to ride in. This is so, like, it's like, I often get frustrated when I do some readings. It's like, yes, you have all these emotions. I can tell you care, but there's always some sort of blocking. They're blocking themselves. They're blocking the connection. Aside from like this, like, why is this? Why is this blocking this reconciliation? I'm sorry, I'm such a nosy person. What is this? What's blocking this reconciliation? Death, an ending. So there was an ending, and we can tell that this is what it is. And so, what's blocking this connection? And then the Nine of Swords, and then the Five of Swords. Okay. So some sort of ending, the worries that comes from this, being like, it just almost feels like there's just nothing can come forward. Look at this. This Death card is here, but look, I feel like this is you offering them like love right here, but you're just like, they're in their own thing. They're going through this, right? They're going through their own shadow selves, their own demons here. Look at that. It actually kind of feels like they're the same here. Shadow selves. And so until they can overcome them, they're not gonna yeah, they're not gonna be able to move forward with this. And it's a lot of mental stuff. There's a lot of adversity here as well. They might, for me, this is also a big time ego. So this is what's really blocking ego. No surprise there. Ego always, often, most always blocks our growth, and that's why the ego's there. Let's see what other kind of tells us. So you're on the right path. Well, you're on the right path. So here it is. Even though there's no reconciliation, things are progressing. It just, they're facing their own things. I feel like you're facing your own things. Having patience is also important. And yeah, moving forward, I feel like that's an important thing for you. So you are on the right path. Need not worry. I feel like what I'm saying here is that I feel like even if you're in two different paths right now, you will interconnect at some point in your life. So reconciliation is quite possible. Let's see what love song comes from the jukebox of love. How do I live? So how do I live without you? They want to know, how do they live without you? And they have. I feel like they live without you physically, but they're always connected with you in another level. This is my electric love music oracle, and so punch the walls. Okay, so this is the dark night of this. Actually, these are emotions that are bottled up, and this is Punch the Walls by E-Town Concrete. So it's like my heart is racing, trying to keep up. Beep, I'm trying to catch up. These walls you can't patch up, and these walls you can patch up, and you can hide my frustration, but my demons, you can't take them. Oh, you can't take them, right? This is their own shadow self. They have to face it. You can't face the shadows for them. You can't help them, like you can be there, I would say, energetically, that's what I feel here, for them, but they themselves have to overcome their own shadows. They have to face their own selves. Why can't you take them from me, right? Wish that you'd open your eyes and see that I punch the walls until my face bleeds, but my life it's not changing. Please hear the pain in these words. In these words, please hear the anger in me. So it's like they want their life to change, but it's not changing. It's not changing because they themselves have to change. Again, the ego makes us think that it's others' responsibility, but it's really our own, that we have to do it. But very strong connection here. I do feel like, wow, this person is a very complicated individual. Not in no means anything bad at all, but it's just like, wow, okay, they're going through they have their own struggles to keep up. But you keep on being this. You keep on being that light. You keep on sending them energetic love. If that's how you feel, they accept it. They appreciate it. Alright, let's see what other. These are the Salem Sisters by Beloved Tarot. Rat's tail. So lucky, keepsake, rediscovery. So there is a sense of rediscovery, and there's a keepsake. I actually love rats. Very intelligent. So this is actually super cute for me. And they're lucky. I feel like they think of you as lucky. I feel like they keep your connection in their heart always. And they're waiting for this rediscovery section. They want to connect. They will eventually express their emotions. They will express their love for you. And there's something that they dream about. They dream about it, and even here they're sleeping. They're just not there yet. Let's see what other stuff. This is Magical Light by me. Yep, we're waiting for that breakthrough, and to know more about themselves. Door to knowledge, just stepping into knowing more about themselves. I almost feel like this connection has caused a breakthrough in them. Where they're not only knowing about themselves, it's almost like there's, and this is why it's like the walls, they're facing their demons in a sense, or their inner shadow self, is because you kind of help them see that there's more. You opened up their world in ways maybe they weren't quite ready for it. You were that breakthrough. And so now they have to walk in through and gather more knowledge about themselves. And they're learning. This is a very beautiful energy. Let me just say that. Let's see. What other things? Yeah, so music connection. So you're connected by music. When they hear songs that you both share, they think about you. They're almost like I really feel like they talk to you. Like yeah, they do. Let's see what other stuff. So self-worth. They're learning about self-worth, my friends. This is something that they lack. Okay? And you taught them. They're learning through this. And let's see what other look at that. There's some beginnings. There is more beginnings ahead of this connection. Oh, I love this so much. Because it's such a lovely energy. Even though like this person is going through it, a new beginning with you kind of keeps them going. It's like, yes, it's gonna happen. So I do feel like their reconciliation is very much so. Let's find out. This is the On the Point Oracle, To the Point Oracle by Gifted Soul 77. So when is this reconciliation happening? The ball is in your court. So it's gonna be when you're ready. It says months possibly. Aries, maybe Aries season. There's also like maybe Scorpio season. So yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna confirm here with V-Love and Tarot's Time Will Tell, being blended with Crystal says. Alright, so when will this reconciliation happen? So it's in 1 or 2 months. So months seems to be a thing here. And it's confirm affirmative. And then we have the 2 dolphins there. So maybe for some of you water signs are coming through. And then it also feels like maybe you'll meet somewhere where it's in like, I feel like almost like on vacation or something. For some of you. Not for all of you, but for some of you. It's interesting because it also says there's time to reflect. There's going to be, so after some reflection, and especially of this person, and it feels like there's also like, this is a hermit energy with this. Yeah, we had the hermit here. Press pause. So they're trying to get over that as well. So, and then it feels like shifting your focus. You have to shift their own focus. Oh, but look how beautiful this is. I'm like I can't help it. So there is going to be signs. You're going to see the signs that where this person probably listening, hearing those songs that are the musical connection, but it's going to be worth the wait. Regardless of when it happens, it's going to be worth the wait. So I do like that a lot. Alright, let's see what advice we have for that collab. Like what advice for this connection. And it seems here we have this. I feel like you're on the right path. It was something about the path, right? You're on the right path. Again, it's confirming that because I remember that was part of, like, I'm going to dig through it all. There it is, this one. You're on the right path. It actually says it twice. On the right path. You're on the right path. So that's a strong affirmation right there. Confirmation, not affirmation and confirmation. Okay, let's see what advice we have for you for this connection. Okay. Oh, look at this. We have 2. Yeah. Here we have, you have love. So love is a steadfast embrace of the heart, flows through and from you at all times for all the time. Love, a steadfast embrace of the heart, flows through and from you at all times, for all time. So love is always there. Even if you're separated, the love is there. That's what I'm seeing, the confirmation here. And your intuition here is The power of intuition will light your path, providing a connection to the divine. And again, the path is very important. There's some sort of like, this is actually an important connection because it's apparently something to do with your path. So I'm going to read it again. The power of intuition will light your path. So listen to your intuition, especially with this connection, providing a connection to the divine. So this is I almost feel like it's a divine connection. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what other messages we have for the collective of group 4. What advice do you have? We have this one, so romance, Cupid arrow strikes. And then there's this beautiful one right here. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And again, it's like a love there that's always there. Oh wow. I'm just like, oh. Yeah, this is like such a lovely energy. I'm actually enjoying this a lot. Let's see what charm chips kind of confirm this reading for the collective of group. Okay, connecting the eye of the beholder. So it's important how you hold things. So we have the crown, so it means a lot. Like I really feel like you're important to this person. This is the World Wide Web. Maybe again, like I feel like you might meet them in a trip or something, or through the internet. They're facing, like this 5 is coming through and there's like a 5, so 5, 5. I feel like they might be obstacles in the path right now, but you overcome them. There's something they're dealing with, some sort of toxic, I do feel like they're dealing with their own shadows here. I think that's what I am seeing like. So here, this one, I'm reading from this little thing, and so 5 is considered a symbol of perfection. It is also believed that the number 5 is a symbol of grace. Positive changes are coming. And so I do feel like that. Yeah, you feel like the changes are coming. I feel like that's what it is. Oh, look at that, a 19, and that one is the world. It's fulfillment, achievement, and completion. All the efforts that you have been putting in place are starting to pay off. And you have that confirmation again that everything is coming through here. Yeah, so there is like some sort of toxic situation, person, place, or job. They're going through that, but I feel like we're going to come out of that. And then we have maybe, oh, this might be the crown chakra too, so connecting with them psychically. So I do feel like you're already psychically connected with them. So that's it. Well, that's what I have for you. I hope you like this reading. So you can see, for me, this is like a yes. They're coming into your life. They're just not ready. I feel like that's true for a lot of the readings. I'm like, oh yeah, there's affirmative. Can there be reconciliation? I'm like, yes. But this one feels especially so because you're both, there's such a strong connection. It's like the love is there. Regardless of you're not together, the love is still there. So very beautiful. Please let me know if you like this reading. If you did, please do give it a subscribe or a like, and it just helps me know that I should make more of this content. I appreciate that you are here sharing your time, sharing your energy, and of course sharing your journey with me. I feel beyond honored that I got to read your cards. Beautiful energy, my friends. I am sending you so much love and so much light until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends.